It is a day. A day that we will see how this goes. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are about to see the multiplayer reveal. And it's interesting multiplayer reveal, but that's what we know Battlefield 4. But we are about to see the multiplayer reveal for Battlefield 6. I also hope that this, I don't know, like, because I know there's going to be a lot of coverage of this today. There's going to be a lot of coverage. I know there's tons of media. There's tons of people, like, live streaming right now, their reactions and such. I know there's people that are going to be, quote-unquote, boots on the ground at an actual live event. I don't know if that's what this event is. I don't know if, like, we're going to be tuning into, I don't know. I wonder if this is just going to be, you know, a 2 or 3 minute multiplayer trailer, or if it's going to be like the full-blown event. We're going to see stuff like live. I will say before we start, 2 things. I kind of want to reflect on Battlefield a bit, because I haven't really shared this, and it's like, how come you're reacting to this but not the Nintendo Partner Showcase? And it's like, one, the Partner Showcase, I slept through it. I had a friend over last night, and I stayed up a bit late, and I need to be well rested because I'm going to a shoot like immediately after this. Luckily, it's not like too much pressure. I have time to just pack things up and leave, but I'll have to like pack up my camera here and put my like rig up here, like. But the other reason I wanted to react to this with you is that, like, I've actually been kind of a fan of Battlefield for a long time. I was an older fan, let's put it that way. It was around the days of Bad Company. Like, I see Ninja, you joined, hello sir, and it's like, sadly I care less about Battlefield 6. Exactly, it's like, I feel like Battlefield, sadly, is very similar to Halo. Like, Battlefield and Halo were my shooters during the 360 and 1 era. Like, Battlefield and Halo were my bee's knees. But then, I think it was basically around Battlefield 5 that it just wasn't grabbing me. There was just something about it that I just wasn't into it. And then 2042, I tried like a trial run of it, and I actually kind of dug it. But yeah, it's, what's happening? Oh, pre-show. It was just like, I don't know, just Battlefield 5 and 2042 didn't quite hit it. Wow. So literally, they're just going to have a shit ton of influencers and crap playing the game. That's a lot of chairs they're filling. Are they doing like one game? Oh my God. Hold on, I want to hear this. God, that theme, man. That theme is so iconic.
I'm nervous. I'm excited. It's ridiculous today, Golden Boy, because we're not only live in LA for this monumental reveal.
Of course it's in LA. Sorry.
Again, focus here, because we're broadcasting this explosive night filled with bombshell announcements and live gameplay around the globe. This is truly going to be a massive show that you won't want to miss.
Oh,
not
yeah.
even for a second, GB. You've got to be focused here.
Oh, yeah. You got to stay on the dial there, because it's going to be...
I'm a little bit worried because it's like, I don't have time to watch an event. I don't have time to watch an event. I have time to watch a trailer and to talk about that trailer.
Streamers back jam-packed.
Yeah, so I don't know about this. We'll see how this goes. I don't have they're doing it differently than I thought they would. But anyways, yeah, all I was saying is just that, like, Battlefield really was. Like, Halo and Battlefield were my bee's knees. Also, why is there not the YouTube chat here? That's weird. It's not showing up. There it is. That's weird. So I hope, and I know EA's putting a lot into this game. EA's putting a lot into this game, man. They have like multiples of their studios that they shifted to work on this game. They even formed like Battlefield studios to really focus on making Battlefield and such. And it's like Battlefield at one point was cream of the crop when it came to just big freaking fields of war. And I miss those days, and I really hope Battlefield 6 brings it back. The only thing that I don't like about this, and I'm very curious from like what we saw from that campaign trailer, you know, again, maybe you don't care, and if you don't, then that's okay. And I appreciate you tuning in and just lurking, or if not, that's totally fine. Because I know, like, that's what I'm saying. Battlefield is kind of a very big sidewind for me to bring up. It's a very big like combo breaker, I feel like, but I don't know. I want a good Battlefield so bad. Like, I would buy a good Battlefield. I don't know if they said that this is going to be like a free-to-play thing. Maybe they do the Halo format where the campaign is paid, but the multiplayer is free. Who knows? Very curious what you guys think about that. Rocket, what did you think of New Superman, though? Total combo breaker. I liked it. I think it's definitely the most fun Superman we've had, but it just, in my opinion, again, it's totally just eye of the beholder. I wish we could have just gotten a focused Superman movie. That's all. The whole Justice Gang stuff, and admittedly sometimes even Crypto, like I wish we got more time to focus on Lex and his motives and Lois and Clark's relationship and you know, who Superman is to the people. Like, we got a good deal of that a bit, but it's like I wanted a bit more of it. Like, I just feel like, I don't know, it was just like they just shoved us into a world full of stuff, and Mr. Terrific being like a big part of the plot, and I don't know, it was just kind of too much to me. But it's easily the most fun Superman movie. Also, I didn't feel like the guy was really that much of a Superman sometimes. Sometimes he was, and sometimes he was not. I liked it, though. 8 out of 10. Really, really fun movie. But anyways, Battlefield 6. Yeah. If my buddy Taylor watches this, I hope. I don't know, because it's like, so my buddy Taylor. You might have seen him in some Social Madness videos. Comrade Zamora. Oh, God. I love the Battlefield theme so much. I hear it right now. Whoa. Oh, this is the campaign trailer. I'm like, whoa, they're putting something on. But yeah, my buddy Comrade Zamora and me, we were Battlefield buddies, man. Like he is the Battlefield pro. Like when I squad up with that dude, he is the one that's always leading our squad, getting the points, and he's like a good Xbox buddy of mine. And he kind of is in a place with Battlefield right now that's just like, I totally don't trust him. I don't. 2042 was such a miss to me. And then Battlefield 5, like, while it was okay, it just wasn't the direction I wanted them to take things. So if you could win him back, you did it. But what I want, actually, I'm going to post a poll about this because I am curious. You know, like, I don't care about Battlefield. That's a statement I would imagine a lot of people that joins this. Is, which do you prefer Battlefield sets itself in? Past/history or modern/future? Because this is a debate that I feel like I posted a poll in the chat, which is like, do you prefer Battlefield to be in the past or kind of the present? And it's funny because a lot of people, they prefer the present. And that's actually not me. I much more prefer Battlefield to be in the past. Because I feel like that's something that they could rock. You know, that could be their thing. You have so many other games that are rocking like the modern or future era. And if you were just rocking the past, then you would be rocking your lane. I have a video coming up about Halo where I have a similar sentiment where it's like, just rock the lane that, you know, you are. And I think for Battlefield, if they rock the past, then that could be their lane. But there's a lot of people that, like, when Battlefield 3 came out, a lot of people say Battlefield 3 was like the best Battlefield. And I'm just like, really? I couldn't stand Battlefield 3. And now there's going to be like hardcore nuts that hear me say that. And they're like, whoa, what? Because, yeah, a lot of people, they're like, if you can make Battlefield 6 like Battlefield 3, do it. And honestly, like Battlefield 3 was the last. Battlefield 4, I'd say too. Battlefield 3 and 4 were modern era games, and they had the package. They came out with a good campaign. I don't want to say great, but a good campaign, both of them, and a complete multiplayer. And that's something that, you know, people looked to Battlefield 3 and 4 for. Yeah, it wasn't just that they were modern, but it was like the complete package. I look to the Bad Company games. I thought the Bad Company games were super cool, which also took it to a modern era, but there was a bit of like slop to it. There was a bit of slop, and that's what I loved about Battlefield 1. It was just chaos, and I liked it in 2042 where you they had like 128 players and then they just got rid of it. But I loved the 128 players. It made so many situations chaotic in a certain mode, not their conquest mode, unfortunately, but that's just because they made their maps way too big. So anyways, people voted past/history just barely. But, you know, we say this as peeps that are probably not Battlefield people. Alex, past, but when I say past, I mean the last 2 decades. Or does that... That's modern. Yeah, I would say that's... If it's after 2000s, that's modern. But anyway. So we're about to get to the multiplayer reveal. I don't know what's about to happen, but what I hope to see, admittedly, I have seen glimpses of the multiplayer gameplay. Like, if you pay attention to Twitter, this has leaked out so many times. So today, I'm assuming, is them just confidently boasting this is actually like our build that's going into like open beta, and you know we're going to be launching in October, I just hope to see destruction. Number one, I want to see really realistic destruction. I want to see... I don't trust the player count, because in the trailers, they always just like... I don't know, they always just make it look chaotic when it's not. And I want to see good squad systems. I love like a good squad system. That's something else I go to Battlefield for, is just pick support, assault, medic, or scout. That's it. Just pick that, rock that class, and help your team with it. Want to see good squad stuff. Drag your teammates away to heal them.
In action. But right now, let's go ahead and head on over to the main stage so that this way our developers can introduce the world to Battlefield 6.
I didn't think they were going to do it like this. Uh-oh. It's not me, right? Oh, that's not me.
Please welcome to the stage Battlefield's General Manager, Byron Beatty, and Head of Battlefield Studios and founder of Respawn Entertainment, Vince Zampella.
Man, EA gave them the money for this. I'm scared. I don't like this. Like, I feel like this setting, we've seen some bad shit go down in settings like this.
We're live here in LA with hundreds of creators and fans, with simultaneous events in London, Paris, and Berlin, and another one in Hong Kong unfolding.
I do have a hard out at like 11:50, so.
Battlefield 6 multiplayer reveal. So let's start by taking a peek at Siege of Cairo, one of our new maps. You know, that's a little small.
Oh, I don't agree with that, Ninja.
Bigger, a little louder?
But there has been moments like this.
Yes.
What'd they say? I missed it. Shit. I gotta pay attention.
Now that's more like it. This is a one-of-a-kind series. It's one that I love deeply and have many fond memories of. As
the Respawn guy.
Here do too. We're here representing the 4 studios who put their heart and soul into Battlefield. Working with you in Battlefield Labs, we're focused on getting the fundamentals right to deliver something special for our fans.
We know we have to nail classes, gunplay, and vehicles. The all-out warfare this series is known for, conquest, breakthrough, and rush, they cannot be compromised. And of course,
breakthrough and rush.
Isn't Battlefield without destruction.
Breakthrough and Rush are... Wow, Jesus, what a stage. That's cool. Like, I gotta give him that. That's like an EA shit.
We're elevating Battlefield with more ways to play that we're gonna show you today.
All right, I think we've talked long enough. Byron, it's time to break shit. I've been waiting a number of years
It's time
to say
break shit. That's how you get me.
Battlefield 6!
It's crazy because that guy on the right, he was the guy that was in charge of Respawn, and he got promoted to be the general manager for this team, so... I kind of want to see an actual match. Oh my god, you can drag people! Oh my god, you can drag people! Oh, that's great! Oh my god, they got lip skits where... That's some finals destruction right there. I love it. You destroyed the bridge. These ladders.
Come on, break your fucking face tonight.
They got me. That's funny. They got me. I mean, representing the act of smashing through the floor to get to the floor below to do shit, that's cool. Show me a building falling down. I want to see a building fall down. Like, I'm seeing the buildings get destroyed, but I want to see it fall down.
We're taking heavy fire. Request immediate support.
Give me something to break the song. The way this trailer is built is much better than 2042's when they showed gameplay for the first time. It's way more fast-paced than 2042's gameplay reveal. Way more fast-paced. That was promising. Like, you know, from the outside looking in as a person, you know, that isn't familiar with Battlefield, that looked like, oh, that looks like typical Battlefield. But as somebody that, like, come off 2042, come off 5, that was a drastic improvement compared to just comparing the first gameplay reveals.
And I get goosebumps.
Just comparing to the first gameplay reveals of those
Christian
games.
Grass, Battlefield's executive producer.
And I'm Tompen, the series creative director. And having
The pace is so much better. Oh my god, I can't believe you can drag people. Destruction was very well highlighted.
To another new map, Empire State.
What I do want to say is that a lot of these maps too, seems like a lot of buildings.
Battlefield 6, a world that's filled with chaos as countries fight to establish a new global order at any cost.
Alex, they might have got me.
Anything can happen at any moment.
This is such. You got to give it to them for this stage. It's a pretty cool stage. At least this isn't like the Ubisoft thing where they just did it in a hotel.
Look at the world you'll be fighting in.
The year is 2027. The world is on edge.
2027?
Major European countries have left NATO, while the US and its remaining allies grapple with the fallout.
Countries looking to fill the power vacuum left by this chaos turn to a massive private military corporation with deep pockets and the latest tech to reshape the global balance of power. This army is Pax Armada.
They're betting so much on this, man.
They represent a new breed of enemy, sophisticated and unafraid of consequences.
NATO's tattered remnants are wounded and battered, but this hardened alliance is determined to stop Pax Armada. This violent conflict will introduce you to a cast of memorable characters as you fight across the globe. Returning gunfire in the streets of Cairo. The crippling machines of war on the shores of Gibraltar.
See, I don't want this. I don't like
Battlefield 6.
I don't want that open, like when you're going up the hill. It was very open there, so if there's just a sniper or a well-placed long-range person, they're just gonna pick you apart, and that's what I like about Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1, it felt like you couldn't do that.
Hello everyone, my name is Jeremy Chubb. I'm a producer from DICE in Sweden, working on Battlefield.
Hi everyone, Alexia Christofi here, also a producer at DICE, live from Ayni district in Tajikistan.
We have the honor of standing on this stage today to represent the work of our teams back home in Stockholm and across all of Battlefield Studios. When we started work on Battlefield 6, we knew we wanted to come back to a modern military playground with the kind of atmosphere and grit that made Battlefield 3 and 4 iconic games. We needed to take that aesthetic to an entirely new level.
Yeah! Yes!
It looks weird watching it from here, but I admit, in that room, it's probably
weapons, vehicles, destruction. All of these are essential parts that make Battlefield a truly one-of-a-kind experience.
We're relentlessly fine-tuning combat and vehicle controls, making destruction matter more than ever before to how you play the game. Delivering a unique and impactful class experience is necessary to staying true to Battlefield.
And now, it's time to show you how all those things have come together in Battlefield 6.
At the core of any great first-person shooter is the connection players have with its world. We know the things our players love about Battlefield and are elevating them to an even higher quality than ever before. Our class system is back, with new innovations to give players even more choice.
Okay,
Intense
come on.
tactical combat, from the gunplay to the way you move across the battlefield, rebuilt from the ground up. Vehicles that feel weighty, powerful, and can change the tide of war.
And of course, destruction. Something Battlefield does unlike anyone else.
Except for the finals. The finals is the destruction, the best I've ever seen.
Back. Assault, engineer, support, and recon.
Yes! Oh my god!
Class features a signature weapon set.
Keep it simple, yes.
And traits that define your role in the squad.
Oh, yes.
Killers who punch through enemies' defenses to open a way for the rest of the team. A handy grenade launcher will rob enemies of their cover, while flashbangs send them scurrying through the line of fire. Cornered by the enemy, an adrenaline shot may be the difference between life.
They didn't take classes out, Alex.
Assault.
They just made it so like you play as like a hero instead, and there was like 12 different versions. It was too much. It was too much.
Behind enemy lines.
You need a deterrent for tanks, helicopters, fucking jets? That's when you call in the engineer.
You're swearing a lot.
Armed with a satchel filled with rockets and mines, this class is all about being a menace to the vehicles hunting your allies.
I want to be the engineer. I'm either engineer or medic. That's what I like to do.
And weapon placement.
I'm a support.
The support class is there to pull your ass out of the fire, throwing down supply crates, heals, and ammo to keep you in the fights. Support can lay down deployable cover, intercept enemy grenades and missiles.
Oh, so they kind of gave them a bit of the engineer's roles.
There is no better class to keep your squad in the fight when the odds are against you.
Recon is our tactical mastermind who provides vital information to the squad and stalks the edges of the battlefield, usually with a sniper rifle in hand to pull off the perfect headshot. With drones capable of pinpointing enemy positions.
Cool. Yep, drone is nice for
C4 that can
recon.
cripple tanks and level buildings.
Oh, they changed some things. C4.
Missiles right to their target.
Wow, that's cool. Tag team it. Like, all right, shoot it. I'll help guide it. That's cool.
To create an experience the team calls the kinesthetic combat system. Designed to give you a wider range of tactical and reflexive options during the heat of battle. It's about being aware of what's around you. How you move, how you shoot, and how to use destruction are all carefully balanced and work together to define this new system.
I like these map designs, man.
No man's land to save a downed squad mate by pulling them to safety while reviving them. You can also lean and peek around corners. You can mount weapons on walls, crouch while sprinting, and even perform agile rolls while escaping enemy fire. All vehicles have been tuned to be more responsive and intuitive than ever before.
Yeah, graphics look great, Ninja. Performance will be easier to tell once it's off stream, because yeah, the stream is degrading it a bit,
let
you
your
know.
squad stay together by expanding the number of spots available for vehicles. And while it's easier to navigate with simplified control options, harnessing these war machines' full lethal potential requires the expertise of a pro. We know you love destruction. And for Battlefield 6, we wanted to push destruction even further.
Talk about it.
In terms of a spectacle and as a gameplay mechanic. We're debuting a new iteration called Tactical Destruction. It gives you even more options to own the battlefield with countless ways to transform the environment. Wall blocking your way? Try C4, a rocket launcher, or your handy sledgehammer. Squad firing on your team from above? Take out the floor beneath them. Or blow it all up. Climb over the rubble, problem solved.
I didn't see any houses breaking down or falling.
Genre-defining,
It's a little bit of a bummer.
must-play first-person shooter experience you cannot get anywhere else.
They're gambling so much in this game. Promising, man. Really promising. The way they revamped the classes, the way I admit
Hey everybody, I'm Ryan MacArthur, executive producer at Ripple Effect Studios.
And I'm Alma Talbot, director of production at Motive.
Vast, enthralling multiplayer has always been at the heart of this series, and now we're excited to take you through just how much Battlefield 6 has to offer on that front.
Please don't cheer. Why? Just like, let's just have destruction and then make everybody cheer.
We have a lot of stuff in this game, folks.
More modes, more experiences, more Portal. There's more ways to play Battlefield
More Portal?
than ever before.
Oh my god, if Portal's still around, that was the best part of 2042. I feel like everybody like that experienced that game can agree. Portal was like the best part of 2042. That's the only thing that I think everybody can agree on.
Out across a world drowning in turmoil. A world filled.
Okay, after this, I have to mute this and shut it off, and I have to like just give some final words and depart, unfortunately.
You want as a player, whether that's intense, close quarters infantry combat, or large-scale warfare with tanks, choppers, and jets.
So drop
Let's
questions
start with where you'll be battling it out.
immediately. I'll take 5 minutes right after this, as
Battlefield
much as I
6
can.
will take you all over the globe, from Egypt and Gibraltar to Tajikistan and the streets of Brooklyn in the US. At launch, we'll have 9 maps, including a remake of the classic Operation Firestorm from Battlefield 3.
Huh? 9
Built
maps.
to be up close and personal. Smaller urban areas designed to support close quarters combat. Egypt is all about infantry and land vehicles. While Tajikistan boasts scale, with epic settings that capture our all-out war experience. Then there's Brooklyn, bringing the best of both scale and close quarters combat.
All of these maps are built to support any of our variety of modes with custom layouts that we call combat zones that have been rigorously play-tested and iterated to ensure a thrilling, authentic Battlefield experience.
Combat zones?
No matter where you're playing.
That's what I want. That was Tone, I'm giving you a glimpse here. Like things were too spread out.
Rush.
Conquest, Breakthrough, Rush. Those are the 3 base modes.
Warfare
Okay.
trifecta of modes delivers moments you can't get in any other game. And with Battlefield 6, we're giving you more ways to play, all infused with Battlefield's DNA. Team deathmatch. Squad deathmatch.
Cool. Team deathmatch. Squad deathmatch.
Domination. King of the Hill.
I remember. King of the Hill will be insane in Battlefield.
Warfare experience called Escalation, where teams are pushed to a final climactic battle that we think our players will love.
I like the sound of Escalation.
Spent countless hours of playtesting these modes, both in
That's a lot of modes too.
Battlefield Labs participants, and working
compared to
refine
previous.
them and make them feel true to Battlefield's brand of immersive warfare. You can expect more maps, modes, and events as part of our post-launch seasonal content that we'll be telling you about closer to release.
And with the return of Portal, you can also build, share, and play your custom-created experiences.
Let's freaking go, dude.
This new, more powerful version of Portal will enable creators to use an updated toolset that features editing tools that will let you create even wilder experiences.
Jesus.
That's not all. In Portal's newly redesigned Verified mode, modifiers will allow players to set up hardcore rule sets with one-shot kills, closed weapons, and so much more, all with full progression and XP gain.
With updates to our UI and navigation systems, it will be easier than ever to find and share exciting new experiences made with Portal.
Wow.
We can't wait to see what you create, share, and play.
It does, however, my one gripe with the Portal thing is it seems very advanced, kind of like Halo Infinite's. So that means like the people that mess with it, they can do a lot. But that also means less people can mess with it. God, I'm really impressed, man. I have to like stop it there. Yeah, like in fact, I'm just gonna stop watching because I have a heart out here today. I didn't know what this was gonna be. Like I didn't realize this was just like a full-blown reveal event. But that said, I'm really impressed. Like really impressed. You know, cautious optimism, but I don't want to just like label it because it's like, oh, it's EA and they're corporate and they're not an indie developer, so therefore this game's going to be bad. It's like, no, there's so many talented people working on this game, and could it go wrong? Absolutely. But just based off of the first time reveals of, I would call Battlefield 5 in 2042, especially where things started to go downhill a little bit, this feels way more promising. I say this as a casual Battlefield fan, not a hardcore. Again, my buddy Taylor, if he watches this, he could vouch for things way better than I can. And like Alex, you mentioned like if Escalation is like the one from Battlefield 1 where it was a back and forth, why does the YouTube chat keep disappearing? Then I love that mode. But that's essentially they don't quite have, that was Operation. I loved that mode. If I remember right, that's kind of what Breakthrough is. Breakthrough and Rush are very similar, where you're just kind of trying to push through the map. I love Breakthrough and Rush. Conquest is the classic mode, but Breakthrough and Rush are kind of just like, they are just so linear, like just push forward. I love that. And Escalation, it sounded like, at least they didn't really explain it, but it sounded like, you know, everything is building up to one climactic battle. And I think that sounds great. Like, make it seem, that was the cool thing about Operations, was that Operations made it feel like this was like an active story happening. And Escalation sounds like maybe it could be that, in the sense of like, okay, we're going to fight over this location, this location, this location, until eventually we all have to like have our climax. Mode and map, like 9 modes and 9 maps might not sound like it, but Battlefield is such a huge experience usually that that's kind of okay. You know, like 9 modes. 9 modes alone is way more, I feel like, than the past couple I've launched with. They added them over time, but yeah, God. This is really promising. They changed up the squad system, and to explain Supertone, as someone who didn't play 2042, what was the issue with it? More experienced people, again, can vouch for this more than me. My personal problem, I think the overall issue with people is that it just didn't kind of feel like Battlefield. because of how spread out the fights were. People complained a lot about the map design, and kind of the more is less situation where it's like, oh yeah, change the scope and everything on the fly, and have these call-in systems and perks, and here's your heroes, and you could mess with your heroes, and it's like they just kind of made things too crazy. And that was an earlier question, like, were there not like class-based systems in 2042? No, at first you had like 12 heroes that you were picking from, and you could adjust those heroes, but it didn't feel like you had your role to play, you know? They adjusted that over time and kind of brought it back to a squad system, but it was kind of too late. So it's great that this one, they're just like, nope, here's our classic 4. Know your role, own your role. I will probably be an engineer or support, because I don't feel like I'm a killer. I feel like I am just, hey, I'm not that good at the game. I just want to make sure the people that are good at it can do their job, and I'm going to help you do your job. Supertone, so we're hoping for a more compact and simplistic approach. Exactly. Like compact is a good word, because that's even for the maps too. That's why when they showed the maps, I was like, this is promising, because the way they designed it, it's seeming like we designed these so there's more like condensed chaos. And that was the biggest problem I had with 2042. 2042, their last game, it was so huge. It was like, oh, we have 128 players, the most of any game ever or whatever. And it's like, cool, but you made the maps like a massive open world instead of condensed chaos. And so it looks like in this, they designed it so there's more control points, there's more reasons that there's going to be clusters. We're going to have a lot of buildings to kind of have more things that get destroyed instead of like a giant desert or field in between those areas. Like, it just feels like this game, they are really hearkening back to the things that made Battlefield. It seems super promising. The destruction looks great. I wanted to see a building fall, but everything else looks great. Definitely, it looks like as a fight happens, then you'll see it get torn up. Alex, I think Battlefield 1 was so amazing because it was so simple. Exactly. Same, Alex. I thought it was so like easy to grasp. Firmly grasp it. Because of how simple it was, you know? Like, you had your role to play. You could customize your class, sure. You could upgrade some things, sure. But at the end of the day, you know, it was kind of sloppy, and everybody would, like, yeah. So I'm really impressed. I'd love to talk about it more. Unfortunately, I have to go. I didn't think this would go too long, but I really am curious about this. I'm curious about, like, the pricing. They did say that they're not going to make this an $80 game. Potentially thank Ghost of Yote for that. I don't know. I don't know if I'll cave on it. I do hope to see a bit more of the campaign. I don't know, man. We'll see. I hope at the least, through EA Play and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, I hope that they give a trial. They did that for Battlefield 2042, where you could play the game for up to 10 hours, and then you're out. I hope they do something like that, where it's like, I could play the game for a couple hours, and then be like, all right, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. But yeah, anyway, I have definitely some optimism for this game right now. And again, I'm just somebody that looks at the game. I don't think of EA or shenanigans. Like, okay, that's not true. I do look at the big picture. You guys know me. But for now, it's like, I don't want to let that kill my optimism for the game. Because EA's made some fantastic games, and they're shockingly not as much in the limelight as they used to be. And they are gambling a lot on this game, man. They have so many of their teams working on it, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy how much EA is putting into this game. I mean, look at the freaking event. Like, they put this whole event together. Anyway, I have to go for my shoot, but I appreciate you. I hope you have a lovely day. Be geek, be proud, be awesome. Let me know what you thought of Battlefield 6, as well as the Battlefield franchise in general. What do you think Battlefield 6 has to do to get you back, or the community or overall scene back? I would love to discuss that within the comments. Be geek, be proud.